Hey guys, Rick, Deep Timber Outdoors. Today I'm coming at you with a little project that I got that I picked up here. I just got this Dutch oven. As you can see, it's pretty rusty crusty. That's never gonna work. So I'm gonna try to get her cleaned up. Thought I'd show you guys what I'm gonna do. I've got a wire wheel for my angle grinder. I'm gonna hook on and see what kind of work we can do. I've done cleaned with steel wool before, and it takes a long time. Obviously, when I'm done cleaning this, I'm going to bake it and season it and all the good stuff. But right now, I just want to see how clean I can get it with the wire wheel. Get all the rust off. Try to get any of the any pock marks or anything like that are on the cast iron. Try to get them cleaned up. See if we can't restore this. This is a cheap one. It's like a Tech Sport is the brand. So I'm not like, there's no money invested here. The only thing invested is going to be my time so far. So stick around. I'll start grinding on it, and just so you guys are aware. I do have a face mask around here somewhere I just got, and of course safety glasses, because there's going to be a lot of dust flying, so I'm going to have a face mask on and my safety glasses. Stick around, I'll show you guys what I got. Alright, so I just got the top of the lid done and the sides here. That's pretty good. I think I like where it's at. There's some other stuff in here. There's a lot of pock marks in here where the rust is just kind of eating through a little bit on the lid. The back side is where it's seasoned. I think I'm just gonna steel wool and wash it. Get just steel wool and scrub it, because the inside's not terrible. It's definitely not the worst that I've ever seen. I might think about running the wire wheel on it. But anyway, this took about 10 minutes. I got the whole top of the lid done and the sides. So we're gonna see what the rest looks like here on the actual Dutch oven, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I went ahead and just hit it with the angle grinder. It's shiny and looks a lot better. Just so you know, I'm gonna bake this when I'm done and coat it. I'm gonna do that about 4 or 5 times before I use this. So if you are out there and you're a cast iron expert and you're judging me, I'm not gonna use the cast iron the Dutch oven like this. Okay, just also pro tip: wear gloves. Don't be like me, wear gloves, and 100% be sure that you're wearing iPro. If you're using a wire wheel, some of those wire pieces on the wheel can come off and they fly in all directions if you don't use a guard, because I'm an idiot, I don't use a guard, and if one of those got in your eye, it would wreck you. That being said, I am not responsible for your injuries if you do it this way. This is just the way I'm doing it. I'm not telling you this is the best way to do it. I just wanted to try it out. If you do get hurt while you're doing this, doing it the way I'm doing it, you're on your own, because I'm not going to pay for that bill. Anyway, so yeah, that's the lid. I think I'm done with the lid. I'll touch it up a little bit more in the sink with some steel wool. I'm going to move over to the actual Dutch oven, and you can tell, like I showed you before, this thing is just hammered. Lots of rust inside and out. So we'll see. I'm going to take these handles off. We'll see if I can't get her fixed up. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So just to show you what happens when you don't wear gloves. See that? Yeah, that's part of the wire wheel sticking in my thumb right there. Still not wearing gloves. Okay, well, there it is. The oven is rusted free. Most of this is just dust. If there's any color left, except for here on these spots where I couldn't get the wire wheel in, I'll hit those with the steel wool. Go in, get some hot water on it, get some steel wool in there. This is I've never seen how these are made, but I assume that this is how it looks before they season it. You know, most of the cast iron stuff you get nowadays comes pre-seasoned, so I imagine this is what it's going to look like right off the press line or whatever they do to make these. So maybe it's got a little different color because it's, you know, cast or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to start the process of getting it finished, cleaned up, and then baking it and getting it ready to cook. Yeah. So if you've never tried cast iron, any kind of cast iron cooking, if you've never eaten out of a Dutch oven before, you're really missing out. It's by far my favorite way to cook on the mountain. The flavor is so much better than just with like a regular frying pan or a regular steel pot or whatever. It just is so much better. It's so much more enjoyable. It does take a lot of time, and sometimes you gotta plan your events, what you're doing around it, but it's well worth it. So I think I'll do another video here shortly for for actually what I'm gonna do to re-season this Dutch oven. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully this was helpful. Gives you a little bit more courage to maybe take on a project yourself like this. You're not really sure where to go or what to do. Also, if you've never used whatever this thing is, a grinder. If you've never used a grinder, probably don't start with something like this. There's a lot of corners and cracks and edges, and if you catch the wire wheel wrong, it'll jerk it, and if you're not prepared for it or you don't quite know what you're doing or how you're going to handle it, it's probably not the best way to go for you. So there are other options out there. Like I said, you can just water soap, like Dawn dish soap. Water and steel wool works good. I've done that on a couple other Dutch ovens that I have, and they've all turned out great. I just wanted to speed up the process as much as I can, as much as I could, so that's why I went with the wire wheel option today on the angle grinder. So hopefully that gets you somewhere, gets your foot in the door of doing it yourself. It's spring, it's cloudy and kind of looking like it's going to rain today, but here in the next couple weeks, we're going to do some camping and do some outdoor stuff, and so I'm looking forward to taking my Dutch ovens and doing some cooking. When family comes into town, things like that. So hope you guys have a good time out there. Hope you guys are being safe with the quarantine, whether you believe it's a political thing or a serious health issue. I hope you guys are staying safe with whatever you're doing, and that you're finding some ways to enjoy your time stuck at home or in between just going to work and coming home. If you're an essential employee, whatever it is, stay safe out there, guys, and just have fun. Do whatever you can to enjoy the outdoors and get away from the city and get away from all the hoblob of being down here and not having that freedom to roam about the mountains. So enjoy, guys. We'll see you later.